Good evening, and thank you for joining our news broadcast from Davis Hall. My name is Alexis Smith.
And I'm Quinlan Maury, bringing you stories relevant to IUP and the Indiana community.
Today we'll share stories about IUP's upcoming homecoming and the federal government shutdown.
We will also have a package about IUP's WJAC TV visit.
Indiana University of Pennsylvania is celebrating a major scientific and philanthropic milestone. Howard M. Skip Kingston, Distinguished Scholar in Residence and leading analytical chemist, has won an International R&D 100 Award for his mass spectrometry breakthrough. His innovation, called Thor's Hammer, boosts mass spectrometer sensitivity up to 100 times and makes dried blood cards a practical alternative to traditional blood draws. This is Kingston's fourth R&D 100 award as part of IUP's Impact 150 campaign. He also donated more than $1.8 million in equipment, including the university's first inductively coupled plasma mass spectrometer, housed in the Kingston lab at Kopchick Hall. The equipment will support student learning and research. The Impact 150 campaign aims to raise $150 million, with more than $81 million already secured.
The Pennsylvania Department of Health is honoring hospitals across the state, including Indiana Regional Medical Center, for participating in the Good Food, Healthy Hospitals Initiative. The program, celebrating its 10th anniversary, aims to improve hospital food for patients, staff, and visitors by offering more nutritious options. RMC officially joined this spring, providing healthier meals and supporting local farmers and dairy producers. Food and Nutrition Services General Manager Nettie Allo-Hawley said good nutrition is part of the healing process, and RMC is committed to promoting health and wellness for everyone who walks through the hospital. Though says small changes in diet can lead to healthier Pennsylvanians, with the program expected to benefit more than 130,000 staff and improve millions of meals across the state.
Schools in the state's system of higher education are launching a new initiative to address the shortage of certified K-12 teachers in STEM and rural districts. PASSHE reports that in-state teacher certifications have dropped more than 60% since 2010 to 2011. In the 2023 to 24 school year, only 6,612 new teachers were certified. During that same period, applications for emergency permits rose by 374%. The State Department of Education says that emergency permits allow individuals to teach when fully qualified candidates are available. PASSHE Chancellor Christopher Fiorentino says universities will work directly with local school districts to prepare Pennsylvania students to teach in Pennsylvania classrooms. At IUP, that includes partnerships with Indiana High School and the ICTC, where students can gain experience through classroom observations, internships, and dual enrollment courses. Once at the university, they receive academic and professional support to help them succeed and serve rural communities.
Troopers are advising residents that there will be an increased police presence as IUP celebrates homecoming weekend. It started yesterday, October 2nd, and will continue through Sunday, October 5th. Troop A will be joined by surrounding stations, the Tactical Mounted Section, and K-9 Unit. The Bureau of Liquor Control Enforcement and other enforcement patrol and traffic enforcement. Troopers will be patrolling neighborhoods and highways to investigate any criminal activity. Lieutenant Christopher Tirana of Troop A says law enforcement is committed to providing homecoming attendees with a safe experience and reminds residents to report any suspicious activity by dialing 911. State police also remind the public to keep clear of police animals, including horses, on patrol, as it is a crime to harass or strike a police animal under Pennsylvania law. Enjoy homecoming weekend and stay safe.
This weekend is IUP's homecoming. Students, faculty, and local businesses are busy making preparations for the celebration. Everyone is getting ready to welcome alumni and visitors back to Indiana. I have the story. This weekend, IUP will come alive with tradition, celebration, and community pride as students, alumni, and families gather for homecoming. This year is extra special. It marks the university's 150th anniversary, making the festivities even more meaningful for the IUP community. Though the town feels quiet now, that won't last for long. By the weekend, the streets will be filled with sounds of cheering, students, proud alumni, and of course, the IUP marching band leading the way. As homecoming weekend approaches, students are hurrying to finish assignments and clear their schedules. all while keeping their excitement high for celebrations ahead. Taylor Sereno, a senior here at IUP, shared how she's preparing for the weekend and what she's looking forward to the most.
For me personally, this is my first homecoming as Greek life, so what I'm most excited about is all the alumni coming back and getting to meet Greeks from the yard that were on IUP's campus from the past couple years before I was Greek. Planning to prepare by grinding on my homework out. I will not have any homework to do by Friday. Everything will be done before then.
Local businesses are gearing up for the influx of visitors. Restaurants, coffee shops, and stores throughout Indiana are stocking up on supplies to welcome alumni and families returning to town. Seven Brew Coffee, one of the newer businesses in the area, said they're anticipating a big weekend. Nadia Padilla, a shift leader at Seven Brew, talks about how her and her staff will manage the crowd while also having fun.
So we're making sure that we're scheduling more people this upcoming weekend. We have a lot of people that are involved on campus as well, so trying to schedule as many people as we can, but at the same time, a lot of people are involved in the student life, so they may have to go to the game for their organization. So we should be fully stocked for whatever rush may come this weekend. We're making sure that in our group chat, we're letting them know that we're going to be repping IUP, wearing our crimson red on Saturday to show our support for the team.
As IUP celebrates 150 years, this homecoming is more than just a milestone. It's a reminder of the lasting impact the university has had on its students and the community that surrounds it. Campus may feel calm now, but it won't stay that way once homecoming weekend kicks off. This is Alexis Smith reporting for IUP News.
Still ahead on IUP News, we will have a story on the new Middle East peace plan and a weather report with Tyler Johnson,
along with national news and a package on life after graduation. Stay tuned.
We all have a story. It's telling those stories that matter. That's why IUP's communications program airs its own news bulletin on IUP TV and 90.1 WIUP FM, with the people you know telling the stories. Here, there are new aspiring journalists ready to start their career strong. Even if news isn't your goal, there is a place here for everyone. This is IUP News, with stories relevant to IUP and the Indiana community.
Welcome to a place where opportunities abound, where students have the option to study healthcare in places all around the world, and thousands learn beyond the classroom every year. Welcome to the Oak Grove at IUP. Students here go out in the field to measure biodiversity, and even the Virgin Islands to study sustainability. Ready to pursue a real-world opportunity that brings your passion to life? Get in the Grove at IUP.
We're back with IUP News. Tyler Johnson has our weekend weather report. What's the weather looking like, Tyler?
Good evening, Indiana. Here is your weekend weather. The drought has continued through the week, and the weekend's not going to be any different, as we are not expecting a single drop of rain, as well as hardly any clouds. As Friday will be partly cloudy, with a high of 76 degrees and clear skies overnight, going down to a low of roughly 46 degrees. And after that, the rest of the weekend is nothing but sunshine and above normal temperatures. As Saturday, the high is going to get to 80 degrees without any clouds. Expect the roof to hit roughly 85 degrees. Saturday night, the low is going to be 48 degrees with clear skies, maybe a passing cloud here or there. And for Sunday, we're going to get even warmer with a high of 81 degrees. And again, without that passing shade, expect the real feel to get upwards of 85 degrees. Overnight, we are also getting warmer, with the low is going to be a low of 50 degrees and again, clear skies. Looking a bit ahead, our next chance of rain is expected to be on Tuesday, October 7th. And our first day of a chance of low 30s with a low of 39 is expected Wednesday, October 8th. That's going to do it for your weekend weather. Back to the news desk.
Thank you, Tyler. Now it's time for national news. The federal government shut down Wednesday after lawmakers failed to pass a funding bill. Essential services like military operations, air traffic control, and Social Security payments will continue, but hundreds of thousands of federal workers will go without pay until funding is restored. The VA, CDC, and FDA will keep critical operations running, though research grants and some services are suspended. SNAP and WIC food programs will continue through October, and national parks will stay partially open and limited services. Fed Jeff Landry says that he has requested federal assistance to activate up to 1,000 National Guard troops under Title 32. Landry announced Monday on Hannity that asked Secretary of War Pete Hegseth for approval. He cited public safety concerns, nothing high crime rates in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and Shreveport. Landry said police are overwhelmed by homicides, carjackings, and gang violence, compounded by shortages from hurricanes and other disasters. Under Title 32, Guard troops would patrol high crime areas, support local police, and secure critical infrastructure. Landry pointed out previous deployments cut crime by half during Mardi Gras and other events. Louisiana's crime rates remain well above the national average, with violent crime 45% higher and poverty crime 30% higher in 2024, according to the USA Facts. The final decision now resets with Hegseth.
President Donald Trump unveiled a new Middle East peace plan Tuesday with Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu. The plan calls for an immediate end to Israel's Gaza offense, the release of all hostages within 72 hours, and a potential path to Palestinian statehood. It requires Hamas to lay down arms, which the group has rejected before. Hamas says it will review the plan. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Egypt, Jordan, Turkey, and several European nations back it. Britain and France urge Hamas to accept. Trump calls it a historic day for peace and warned the U.S. will support Israel if Hamas refuses. Netanyahu, who opposes a Palestinian state, Palestinian leaders say the plan fails to guarantee safety for Gaza's people.
Despite economic uncertainty, Americans are expected to spend a record $13.1 billion on Halloween this year. According to the National Retail Federation, costumes, decorations, candy, and cards are driving most of the spending, with per-person costs hitting an all-time high of $114.45. Nearly 80% of consumers expect higher prices, likely due to tariffs, but many plan to shop early or use discount stores to stay within budget. NRF experts say Halloween traditions remain a priority, with families focusing on costumes, pumpkin carvings, and other holiday activities, despite financial concerns.
Some of the IUP communication students got to partake in a field trip to the WJC TV station. Quinn Lamare, was able to cover the story.
Last Thursday, IUP News took an exciting field trip to the WJAC news station to get behind-the-scenes look at the fast-paced world of news production. From the control room to the studio floor, the visit offered an inside perspective on what it really takes to bring news to life. I got a chance to talk to Julia Lathan, a senior on the IUP News team who is pursuing the job of directing, offering a deeper look into personal experiences and career lessons learned along the way. Julia Lathan tells what she experienced while visiting WJAC.
When I met with the director, he shared a couple career lessons that really kind of stood out to me and eased my worries for future jobs I might have. I was always worried that it was going to be like a solo act, directing, and I'd be in charge of everyone, and it'd just be kind of frustrating, and I'd just feel really alone, but he eased my worries. There's like 5 directors he worked with. He was just the head director, so I could always like look to that person for guidance if I needed help, and I just really appreciated him letting me know that.
During the visit to WJAC, students had the opportunity to meet with key members of the news team, including the director, who shared valuable insights into the industry. The conversation went beyond the technical aspects of production.
One of the most valuable pieces of advice I received from the director was making sure that team building is like one of my top priorities. I think especially starting out at like a smaller station or anything, having good connections with people, always having a smile on your face or helping them when they need help. They'll definitely like help you when you need help. So I'm excited and grateful that he told me that, and I'll definitely keep that with me moving forward. This experience definitely helped me narrow down exactly what I wanted to do when looking for a job or an internship. I think being a director is definitely my calling. It was really nice seeing it happen live and what exactly like I should be learning or experiencing in real life. It eased my worries. It definitely seems like a fun job to be in anyways, so I'm really just glad and grateful for this experience.
Also, while on the field trip, one of the most memorable parts of the trip was seeing how excited Doug was to meet his reporter idol at WJAC. You could tell it was a big moment for him, and it really brought the whole experience to life with the rest of us too. I got a chance to talk to Doug Seipel about how this experience shaped him as a fellow reporter.
My encounter with Jen Johnson was really special to me because I grew up watching her on my TV every day, every morning, every afternoon. She was always there, and me and my mom were able to talk about that afterwards, and it was really special getting to meet your idol. I mean, she was a main point of why I wanted to get into the communications field in the first place. Jen was able to talk to me about just sticking with it, and she knew what it was like to grow up in a small town and not being able to really figure out what she wanted to do in the future, and she was able to kind of talk to us about that and keep our heads up and know that there is a future and that you may think that you're not capable, but in reality you can make it anywhere as long as you try. And she didn't even want to start as a news host, and then she ended up right there. So it gives me inspiration to know that I can try and I can make it. And like I said before, something I can take out of the conversation is just knowing that there's a future. And that's kind of the biggest thing, just making sure that once college is over with, I have a place to go, or if not at WJAC, I have many other places and opportunities that I can stick with and find.
Overall, I found the field trip to WJC to be an incredible opportunity for us as IUP news students to gain a real-world insight into what a career in the news industry could look like after college. Touring the station and meeting the WJC news team was both inspiring and educational. The operations of a professional newsroom had also helped us envision our own future paths in journalism. I'm truly grateful we had the chance to connect with such a welcoming and talented group of professionals. This has been Quinlan Maury reporting for IUP News.
When we come back, we will have international news and a story about the Oktoberfest bombs. Please stay tuned.
This is your time to engage, create, follow your passion, show your spirit, go all out, or just kick back. Here in the Oak Grove at the heart of IUP, endless opportunities await. Where do you fit in? Wherever you want. This is your time. This is your place. Get in the Grove at IUP.
Looking for some new entertainment? Check out IUP TV today. This station features student-created content such as The Big Hit for sports coverage, Animation Nation for all things anime and toons, Indie Rockers Ball for local music acts, Press Start for your game fix, and Witticism for a laugh. Tune in on Campus TV or on our respective YouTube channels today. There's something for everyone, made by the people that you know.
A Russian woman who made headlines for living in a cave in India with her 2 young daughters has flown back to Russia. Nina Kutina, 40, and her daughters, 6 and 5, were rescued on July 9th by police in Karnataka state and held in a foreigners detention center. Last week, the Karnataka High Court ordered documents for their return, and the family left on September 28th, accompanied by the Kutina's minor son from another relationship. The court had heard a custody petition from Israel businessman Dor Shlomo Goldstein. Police found the family during a patrol near Ram Tir the Hills in Karnataka forest, living in a cave, cushioned with sars and minimal belongings. Kutina said she and her children were happy living there. The government said Kutina's request to return to Russia, and the embassy provided an emergency travel window between September 26th and October 9th.
The Oktoberfest Beer Festival in Munich, Germany remained closed Wednesday until at least 5 p.m. after police discovered explosives in a residential building in the city's north that had caught fire and left 1 person dead. Authorities said the fire was deliberately set during a family dispute. 1 person died and another was missing, but not believed to be in danger. Special forces were called in to defuse booby traps found inside the building. Police investigated possible connections to other locations in Munich, including Versenweiss, where Oktoberfest takes place, which promoted the temporary closure of the festival grounds. The festival, the world's largest folk celebration, had opened September 20th and runs through October 5th.
Rescue teams in Indonesia search for students buried under rubble in Sidoarjo, East Java, after an Islamic boarding school collapsed during afternoon prayers. 6 children were found alive and given food, water, and oxygen. At least 91 people were still missing, 3 had died, and 100 were injured, according to Indonesia's National Disaster Management Authority. Rescue efforts were complicated by a 6.5 magnitude earthquake in nearby region. About 300 rescuers worked manually to avoid further collapse, using cameras and heat monitors to locate survivors. More than 80 escaped immediately after the collapse, and 11 were rescued later. The school's fourth wall was under construction without a permit, causing all floors to collapse on top of each other. Authorities warn many Islamic schools lack proper technology supervision, creating serious risks. Still ahead on IUP News, we'll have a sports report with Doug Seipel.
And we will finish off with entertainment news. We'll be back soon, so don't go anywhere.
We're all searching for opportunity, a challenge. Here, asking what if, what's possible, is the mindset. Welcome to the Oak Grove at IUP, where big-time research opportunities are for the many, not just the few. And world-renowned professors ignite ambitions. Search here, and there's no telling how far you'll grow. Get in the Grove at IUP.
Graduation marks the end of one chapter and the start of another. Join us as we take a closer look at how this IUP graduate is turning her degree into opportunity and what life has looked like since leaving campus. Our own Quillen Molroy has the story.
We are back with IUP News Sports Edition. Doug Seipel has the latest. What's new with sports, Doug?
How's it going, Indiana? I've got some great news when it comes to the sports, so let's get to it. When it comes to IUP, this weekend is homecoming. Our football team will be playing on October 4th against Edinburgh. With the team coming off their third straight win, let's see if we can bring home another victory. In greater sports news, we've got more NCAA games coming up this week with Penn State going against UCLA on Saturday. We'll also see many games on NFL Sunday, with our favorites, Eagles, playing at 4:05 and Steelers resting up with the bye week. Looking at NHL, our favorite hockey teams are still continuing preseason. If you missed it, Penguins legend Marc-Andre Fleury played his last official game for the Penguins on September 27th, creating a lot of emotions in this generation of Penguin fans. MLB postseason has begun, which has started with the wildcard games. We can watch our favorite teams versing these next few weeks to make it to the World Series. Coming up, the NBA regular season starts on October 21st. The players recently had their media days over the last week and preparing new rosters to begin the season. It's a packed weekend on the international sports calendar. In cricket, Australia stormed past New Zealand in the opening T20I of their series. Meanwhile, the ICC Women's World Cup 2025 got underway in India, where the hosts defeated Sri Lanka by 59 runs in Guwahati. Soccer fans were treated to midweek UEFA Champions League drama as Kylian Mbappe's hat-trick powered Real Madrid to a 5-0 rout, while Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, and Chelsea all delivered statement victories. In Leicester, darts enthusiasts are turning their attention to the World Grand Prix, which opened this weekend with the sport's top names competing in its unique double-in, double-out format. That's going to do it for sports. Again, I'm Doug Seipel. Back to the news desk.
Thank you, Doug. Now it's time for our final stories of the day with recent entertainment.
The creative AI actor Tilly Noor defended the character as a piece of art amid backlash over talent agents seeking to sign her as the new Scarlett Johansson. Tilly, a white, brunette, brown-eyed AI creation, was made by Elaine Van der Veltzen of Practical 6 AI studio, Shikoya. Van der Veltzen said AI is a new tool, not a replacement for human actors, comparing it to animation and CGI. Hollywood stars including Marissa Barea and Toni Collette criticized the development, calling for boycotts of agents working with AI talent. Van der Veltzen insists AI offers new ways to tell stories without distinguishing human performance.
Jordan Peele's latest film, Him, has sparked debate among moviegoers and critics. The film offers an intriguing concept exploring the psychological impact of a strange and mysterious figure on a young boy's life. Despite the fascinating premise, Him has struggled to win over critics, receiving only a 32% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Fans of Peele note that his unique blend of horror, thriller, and social commentary usually resonates, making the low score somewhat surprising. Whether viewers love it or loathe it, Him is generating conversation and proving once again that Peele likes to push cinematic boundaries.
Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco tied the knot on September 27, 2025 in Santa Barbara, California. Surrounded by close friends and family, including Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, and Gomez's only Murders in the Building co-stars, Martin Short and Steve Martin. Gomez wore 3 custom Ralph Lauren dresses, including a satin lace gown with the hidden heart and initials S+B for the ceremony, and a vintage-inspired off-the-shoulder dress for the reception. where the couple danced barefoot to a choreographed routine. Blanco wore 4 custom outfits, including a Ralph Lauren suit with a Clark Gable-style vest and a $1 million diamond watch, and a wedding band engraved with their wedding date and birthstones. Guests were encouraged to donate to Gomez for impact funds supporting mental health. Gomez shared photos from the day on Instagram, while Blanco called her a real-life Disney princess. The wedding was described as simple, heartfelt, and focused on love and fun.
That's going to do it for us today at IUP TV News in association with IUP News and students looking for careers in the communications field. My name is Alexis Smith.
And I'm Quinlan Mare. Be sure to follow our Instagram page at IUP News and our YouTube channel at IUP News 4207. Please take care and have a safe weekend.